Welcome back to the Sunday Sports Frenzy. This woman is no stranger to the main stage. Her courage and grace has left a lasting impression on so many as she continues to inspire. And I'm so honored to sit down with the one and only Miss Loretta Claiborne, who just won her 7th Special Olympic World Game gold medal. Congratulations, Loretta. What does that gold around your neck mean?
It means so much, but I think the opportunities that I have to be able to travel the world and represent something that's very passionate to me. Special Olympics, it goes way back many years ago. I remember Eunice Kennedy Shriver, who created the games, said, "I made these games for people like you to have a place." They didn't tell me no. And I remember in school helping to start the track team, and I went around and went to the teachers, went to the principal, and then got told by the other students, "Oh, you don't belong here." So it goes way back before the medals. You know, even if I didn't get one medal, I'm just so grateful to have Special Olympics in my life. It's more than just sport.
Going to another World Games, obviously you weren't there for the last 14 years, but when you found the news out, you got over to Germany. What were your emotions like this whole entire ride this summer?
I think finding the news out was a story in itself, because I was playing a lady who was going on to the national games, and she was a champion, and of course I won that match. And I came off the field not thinking anything, and I'm looking to play with my partner Patrick doubles, because I love playing with him. He's much younger than me, and we just bond. And I came off the court, and I was looking for Patrick, and my friend Sue Paterno comes over to me and says, "You're going to Germany." And I looked at her and I just busted in tears. At first I said, "What?" And I had this funny face on. Says, "That big plane that you're looking up there, that plane is going to Germany. You're going to Germany." And I just cried, because I didn't think I would ever make another World Games. I tried and I tried and I tried, and I really wanted to go to Abu Dhabi because I knew the culture and I've been there. But that didn't work out. But God opened another door. Where he closed one door, he opened another with brighter light, and I had the opportunity to go to Germany. I've heard about Germany as a kid. It was a divided city, divided country, but to be able to go there and just experience it. My sister lived there for 7 years. I was just so excited that I even wanted to learn the language.
Yeah, and backing off of that, you didn't just go to your 7th World Games to get your 7th gold medal. You actually took the time to learn German. Why did you want to do that, to go to Germany and learn that beforehand?
I think as an American, a lot of people go to another country and don't learn the language. I see the different respect that you get when you learn to say hello, thank you, please. And when I got there, the first day we went to the tennis court, and I said, "Guten Morgen." And everybody looked at me. I said, "Guten Morgen." And it was the German team. I didn't know it was them. They just embraced me. They embraced other people on my team, but for them, they just all hovered around me. And I would say, just like, "How are you?" and that kind of thing. And then one of our athletes told to go to the bathroom. And I turned around and I said, "Wo ist Toiletten?" "Right." And I said, "Oh, they're telling you the toilet's on the right. You go inside the building and it's on the right." And they just embraced me. And they had this big bear, and they wanted pictures of me with their bear, holding their bear. And it was it was a whole new world. And here I'm thinking, I had some negative thoughts when I first went. What's Germany going to be like? I'm black, or what's Germany going to be like? You think about the history past. But all that was dispelled. And they say, expect the unexpected. I got the unexpected. I got nothing but love. I got nothing but people wanting to embrace us. The people in Germany were phenomenal. I got to learn a little bit of the history. I took pictures of the Berlin Wall, which is some are scattered out, and the whole thing with the people of the day, how they really just want to be people who want to learn and go forward.
Just like everyone. But you are on your cusp of your 70th birthday. Were you nervous going into these World Games?
You know, I was a little nervous because I knew the level of competition was a high level. And years ago, I said to Special Olympics, why are we only playing one set when in tennis you play the best of 3 sets? And I get there, and this lady runs out of nowhere, and she says, Loretta, do you know your rule has became possible? And I'm looking at this lady. I said, ma'am, where are you from? She said, Brazil. Your rule that you had made went to Special Olympics about, and I think I still have the papers about writing them letters, and they kept on giving me excuses. It became possible that in the higher levels you play the best of 3 sets. And when I heard that, I was relieved because I'm not a one-set player. And I know tennis can be hot. It can be a mental game just as well as a physical game. So if you don't have that endurance, it's like a marathon. Oh yeah, you're good in the first set, but what about the second and third? And that's where I start winning games. It was that second and third set. I was a little relieved because I knew I had the endurance.
We talked about that before. You practice like age is just a number. 70 is coming up close, but you practice like it's nothing.
I was out playing already this week. My friend and I, my partner and I, his dad, he called me up. We texted each other, and he says, hey, Loretta, we're going to Dallastown. You want to? Wow, you know, I jumped on that. I was at the Y for 2.5 hours. That afternoon, I went out to hit tennis balls, and it was like 90-something degrees. And I think my partner and his dad was starting to melt, and the other coach. And then I came home, and I went walking with my sister. So I just love sport. And I always say, I don't let age block me. I don't let things like that stop me. Age is just a way of thinking. If you think you're old, I tell my sister all the time, think you're old, then you're old. And I like to take age and use it as a catalyst to other people who are getting older, to other athletes, that it doesn't stop in high school. It stops when you want it to stop. And I got a lot of energy in me and a lot of drive. I'm going to look for another World Games. It might won't be in tennis. I play so many different sports. I just love sport. Sport is a passion. I know what it's done for me mentally and physically. A lot of people play sport just to get the elusive gold medal. I play sport because I know it helps me mentally as well as physically.
And how has that just given you ambition, just day in, day out? It doesn't matter what sport it is. Like, you can go and pick up another sport tomorrow and strive.
Actually, today, if it didn't rain, I would have been golfing. And I know tomorrow I'm going to be playing pickleball. Tuesday, I'm going to be playing pickleball in Hanover with another Special Olympic team. Wednesday, I'm going to be kayaking. So it goes on. In August, I will start probably soccer. I'll probably play more on the defensive side more than up front. Depends on where the coach wants me. And I'll play, of course, bocce. I thought, oh, I'm not going to like bocce. It's too slow. But I love it. The group that I play with, they are hilarious. We just have, it's like a family. And I look forward to that family.
Special Olympics has always been your second family. What has this community, how they've rallied behind you, meant to you going to the World Games?
This community rallying behind me for me going to these games has been phenomenal. From the person that I'm running and they're honking their horn, or somebody who's walking down the street and they'll say, go do it for us, or some senior saying, keep it up, girl, keep it moving. That just shows that people care. And I'm hoping that people in my community will go on and still care, regardless of whether you get a gold medal or not. And I'm pretty sure when I gave my speech on Friday that we are looking for more coaches, we are looking for more volunteers. But we're also telling this community, hey, look, this is a wonderful event. It's not just about medals or sport. It's about bringing your young children, your spouses out to come to Special Olympics. It's about community. It's about coming together. And also we're looking for coaches in the transition from school. We have now unified programs for students with intellectual disabilities and those without, coming together, learning probably on an elementary level how to play together. Middle school, club, high school, they do sport, and then the transition from high school into the community program, that there's something there for them.
Do you think this central PA area is really setting the tone for the next state to pick up whatever it may be, whether it's a community event, another Special Olympics team, or anything like that?
Right now, because of COVID, we have lost many athletes, but I think we're going to come back. We're going to rally. We're going to rally back, and that's what part of my job is now, is to rally back, to get more athletes, to get more volunteers, to get more coaches, to make sure that transition from high school to the community, that you have something. And even when our athletes taking leadership skills today, if I was home, I would have been on a call at 2 o'clock, and it's a group of athletes and I, and we have a leader, and we sit down and we talk about how we want our programs to be, how to get more athletes, how to get more coaches, how to make our program better.
You've had such an amazing year. Woman of the Year of Pennsylvania. Your 7th gold medal and also a bronze at the World Games. How do you even put that into words, what you've accomplished this year?
I call that blessings. I call that blessings. And I've been blessed from the very beginning. I had some rough times in my life, but to have sports in my life, to have Special Olympics in my life, to have my community in my life, makes the light shine brighter. Where the darkness is closed, you're behind closed doors, those doors open and it's brighter. And I always say I'm grateful for the blessings that I have.
How do you continue, and why do you want to continue to be that light, be that inspiration to the next Special Olympian or even just a regular Olympian? Because you've inspired me because of everything that you've accomplished.
You know, I look at it as I'm hoping in my future. I can't predict my future. Anything can happen tomorrow. But I'm hoping, I'm blessed that I can continue on to make a difference, not for only Loretta, but for the community and for our programs globally around the world. To show that Special Olympics, a lot of people say Olympics, Olympics, Olympics. But Special Olympics, if you listen to the model that Baron de Coubertin, who created the regular Olympics, his motto was, the race isn't always to the swiftest, but also to the one who takes part. And in Special Olympics, we take part, and we are pretty swift in many ways. So the word Olympics shouldn't just be to the highest, the fastest, the strongest. That's the Olympic code, or their Olympic model, but also to the one who takes part.
What is the next step for you?
I don't know. I just sit back and I do what I can do. I'm just one person, and I'm hoping that I'm blessed with many more years to compete, to have fun, to be a part of, and I let the future decide.
Sitting right here with both of those medals around your neck, what is that feeling like? Has it even sunk in that you were able to capture your 7th gold?
You know, a lot of my team, when we went to training camp back in November, a lot of people said the gold medal, the gold medal, the gold medal. If you go on YouTube, I gave a speech. And I talked about when I did my first international games. It wasn't even international, it was just like national in 1972. I lost my race. But I told this audience, I really didn't lose my race because I got my gold medal. I got my gold medal when I made this team. And if you go on the USA Special Olympics website, you'll hear where I said I got my medal. It won't hang around my neck. Making this team was my gold medal.
Love it. Loretta, you are such an inspiration. We appreciate your time and joining us here tonight. Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Thank you.